Today is a day I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
I've waited 32 years to be going back to do this, and I couldn't be with a better team, and I really mean that. There's always a suspense to any story. Part of the suspense is it going to hurt me more than I think it's going to hurt me? 30 years ago, I was the first person in history to have walked to the North and South Pole. In a matter of weeks, we will be heading south again on the South Pole Energy Challenge, which is a 600-mile walk with my son Barney from the edge of Antarctica to the South Geographic Pole.
It will be the first polar expedition to survive solely off renewable energy.
That's a combination of solar, passive solar and Shell advanced biofuels to survive on the expedition. Here at the warehouse there's quite a lot of suspense really. The two sleds that are an integral part of the expedition, the ones that have our ice melters plus our solar panels, have not arrived, which is a huge stress on the team.
Well, we're doing the weigh-in now, and next time we'll see them will be down in Antarctica, and from there we're going to be down at the base camp hoping that our sleds arrive and just going from there.
We're trying to do something different with this expedition, and it feels a little bit like it's slipping away from me personally. If we can survive out there only on renewable energy in the most hostile place on Earth, people themselves as individuals can make a difference. I think we need to lead by example. That's the purpose of the South Pole Energy Challenge.
Welcome back.
Here we are.
Here we are indeed.
Union
Welcome
Glacier.
back. It's good to be here, isn't it?
It's great to be here.
It's surreal to be back here, that's to say the least, and a little colder than last time we were here.
It's just great to be back, and to think that we're not here just to test equipment, we're here to actually walk the talk, go to the South Pole, my boy.
You can see the overall route from start to finish. One of the most points of concern is veering left. If we're not going to be right on the line, so to speak, we'll want to stay to this right hand side, and you can see why is that you can see that there's going to be a crevassed area, huge area. I mean, it's absolutely massive.
This route in particular that we're doing, it can be extremely dangerous. We're going to hit crazy winds, and it's going to be some really, really cold weather, -40 days. There's a possibility of frostbite and cold injuries. Over the years, many expeditions have turned into fatalities, and that is part of my job to make sure that it doesn't.
NASA has given us these little pouches, we wee in them. The filtration system actually makes it into a super rich, 100% filtered electrolyte drink.
Come on, drink some of your own wee.
It does actually taste pretty good.
What's important is that is all part of renewable energy, Bonnie. You can't get much more renewable than using what comes out of you.
So everyone is super excited in our team. We have finally got our missing link, the NASA ice melters. Finally, all of the kit is in one place. It's a moment for sure to pack your sleds and have 70, 80 or so kilos on your back, and to really feel like what the next 60 days is going to be like and what it's going to take out of us.
I'm very, very positive, but realised how incredibly hard this will be.
All right, gentlemen, welcome to the start of your adventure.
Well, this is a bit more like it.
Expedition mode engaged. We're going that way, right? We just have to look at the mountains, and might be a problem here.
That's water though now in there from ice 2 days ago. That's hopeful.
Good luck, guys.
All right.
Thanks, guys, be
looking forward.
safe, fly safe.
A long march ahead. The only way forward is south.
Really hard. I've forgotten how hard it is to walk to the South Pole. I don't know whose idea it was in the first place, Barney.
Well, if you run into something like the South Pole without the right training, if you're not technically, mentally and physically ready for an expedition, you're going to get caught out. I'm really focusing on building that endurance, just getting used to having that constant pace in altitude.
Cycling has been a huge part of my preparations.
Pulling tyres up hills.
Which I hate, by the way.
That's a really, really good way to stimulate the same muscles that you'll be using skiing and pulling your sled. Well, my dad, he wakes up wide-eyed and bushy-tailed most mornings. I think that's going to be an interesting dynamic after days of both of us being really exhausted, snoring, and me not sometimes getting out of bed maybe as quickly as I could or should.
All we want, fair bit of ice on the inside of the tent.
I like sleeping in, which seems to be more often than not.
Too much. That's enough of that.
I'm feeling achy. Feet are damn sore.
Right.
Feels like it's going to be a windy one today, and ready for action.
Getting into a bit of a flow actually, going a little faster than we were yesterday.
We're picking up the momentum. Yeah, moment of truth. Success, I reckon. Another day.
Another day, my boy. As Winston Churchill said, if you're in hell, keep going.
This is not easy, but we're making it. Damn powerful place to find yourself in, alone, not seeing anything. End of day 6, and we were how many meters away from
250 meters away from 10 miles, Bonnie. It's about minus 35 degrees. Antarctica's looking for every damn thing that's wrong with me.
So we're almost 10 days in now, and dragging this solar panel, this ice melter, it's heavy stuff, but it's working, and the biofuels are working.
Very hard, we're struggling. We did 8 hours today and 8 miles. That's 1 mile an hour.
Starting to feel a bit achy and tired. Kind of a long day today. Definitely feeling pretty beat.
There are certain times in life when you have to meet your match. Today is a day of being attacked on all sides. It's not going well, my hip hurts. I'm 61 years of age doing something that requires rest, but we can't afford that.
We're going to reshuffle our sleds around and try and distribute the weight a bit so we can get some momentum going between the 4 of us.
Well, it's been unbelievable, and today he has taken 7 kilograms of my weight off my sledge.
Worried about that, definitely doing a lot of suffering.
Using every ounce of my pain resistance, it's been a tough day.
I should be ashamed on their behalf to feel afraid, so I feel immensely proud.
I am the youngest of 7, and my mum, who is coming up to 102 years of age, I was lucky because I was number 7. So by the time I came along, I could have said, look, I'm going to fly to the moon, and everybody would have gone, or whatever. This is where I spent my entire childhood. And this is where the expeditions began, in this river.
Lots of good memories from being a kid around here. It's got a lot of nostalgia in this little spot for sure.
When I'm walking across those ice and snow, that ice and snow goes to the sea, and that sea comes all the way up to the River Tees. So I always feel connected via the water.
Of course,
to
it
you,
is the great.
to you
But
personally.
Water is the great. What is the word? Communicator.
Mum, I love you.
Bless you, darling. And now, what are you?
Where We'll be seeing you just in the beginning of January when we come back from the South
After.
Pole. We'll make it, Ma, don't worry.
No, you go.
What was that?
Extra fuel bottle.
I'm about to get my dinner going because we're all pretty hungry. Got some Patagonia provisions, some lentils, a soup and a salmon. That's equivalent to about 1,200 calories, and we're just going to be using the biofuels over here to make that happen.
On this expedition to the South Pole, our warmth, our water from ice, our cooking and our survival is solely reliant on renewable energy. This expedition isn't just about our survival, it is about the survival of our planet. Wow, it's amazing. It's like being in space or somewhere. It's quite extraordinary. I'm an explorer, I'm not a scientist, and what I'm really interested to know is how do we actually get from this wood chip to fuel I'll be using in my tent at -40 on the way to the pole. How do we get there?
Surely, Rob. So this contains essentially primarily three elements: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So what we do is we remove oxygen to below detection limit, leaving carbon and hydrogen, which is the liquid fuel.
And that's it?
That's it.
When Barney and I are sitting in the tent, I'll remember where this came from. I absolutely love it.
We're extremely happy, Rob, that we could be part of your journey. Wish you a safe and a great expedition.
Thanks, mate. Good on you. Very hard work on the whole team, and we only did 7.5 miles in 8 hours of struggle. Yesterday, Antarctica would find something wrong with you. It would look for a problem. You've just got to watch every single piece of you because you can make a mistake. I am finding it extremely hard, really quite physically and mentally challenging. This is the toughest thing I've ever done in my life. Message personally from Robert Swan, approximately halfway to the South Geographic Pole, with important and exact right decision that I will not continue on to the South Pole.
So today is a day I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, and I don't think I've ever been as proud of my dad. It takes courage to tell your team that you don't have it in you, and that's what he did today.
I'm really gonna take this day and make it the day that I change a lot in my life, because I was beaten by this place. I've been through hell and back. I'll be with you every step of the way, and just occasionally turn round, look back down the trail and see me there. But this is the best and worst moment of my life.
Definitely missing Papa. He was a good reference and a lot of fun in between our shared suffering. He was so many things, and I definitely miss him.
You've heard of the previous recordings of what happened to me behind the team in what I call the ice cell, and the destruction of my confidence, the breakup of my body, fear of failure. Somehow I have to overcome this overwhelming, awful, terrible sense of failure. Not only for the expedition, but I feel a failure to my son. My son turned from boy to man in a day because he really helped me and said, "Dad, you started all this, and I've seen the pain and suffering that you've been through to get here. It was an absolutely desperate time for me."
We had a pretty long afternoon. We did 10.2 today, so we've slowed down our rate a little bit. The whole team's feeling pretty beat, including myself. We've all got some blisters and bumps and aches, and we're missing Dad for sure.
Knackered. Excited to be in the bachelor pad. About to take off my boots, which are falling apart a little bit. And it was a hell of a long day, 9 hours of marching. This ain't easy stuff, I'll tell you that much.
Ready for action. Feet are warming up a bit today, which is a good thing, but it's very uncomfortable. This is a real deal here. We passed a lot of little cracks, but this is a full-out crevasse. Very, very dangerous.
I'm in pain. That's what a sore toe looks like.
Today is definitely the hardest day for me. I'm pretty freaking knackered.
Least favourite part of the day right here. Putting swollen toes into a nice icy boot.
Barney, it's your father. How are you doing, my boy? Everybody's damn proud of you, Barney, because we know you're suffering a bit. Just hang on in there. It's probably, what, 100 miles to go?
110.
Trying to put on a brave face, but this place is definitely eating away at me a bit. The old pain is for sure real.
Day 47, and I still can't feel my feet.
That's beautiful.
Day 50, I'm feeling it.
We've got 5 miles, and then we're going to reach 89 degrees south, and that represents the last degree for us. We are officially on 8900.
I was so happy to go back and meet Barney to join the expedition at 89 degrees south. And it was a very special day when I walked out because I saw him coming. I'm so proud of you.
There was definitely a lot of feelings running through my mind when I saw Dad's little face. It's definitely turned something in our relationship.
170 miles on foot.
It's a special day to be here sharing this moment with my beautiful, beautiful father here.
It's a huge celebration today and we're all doing this together.
It was a relief and a shock in that moment where we collided back into each other and I felt his frame after 300 miles. It was a huge relief.
So, this is it. The final night before reaching the South Pole. It's been one hell of a journey. I'm going to miss a lot of things about this place. I'm going to miss the quiet. For sure. It's been pretty deadly quiet out here. Just like now. South Pole tomorrow. Who would have thought?
This is the most exciting moment of the expedition, and here we go all again. What fun!
One hell of a moment right now.
Super happy to be here with Dad, and it's awesome.
It'll be good to be at the pole, Barney. Can't wait to see you stand there and celebrate your achievement.
Super excited to get to the bottom of the world. It feels surreal, really, to finally see our goal. South Pole.
As far south as it's possible to go anywhere on Earth. I was so proud of the fact that he'd had the guts to keep going to the South Pole. It was the most special moment of my life.
Push some limits to get to that point, and the second I looked at the South Pole, it's like a silver sphere there, and it was like a reminder that we had done this together. It was the best moment of my life.
South Pole, buddy.
He did it. He went through hell to deliver the expedition, and because he walked the pole without me, it's his story, and he now has the opportunity to use that story as he wishes to use it.
Coming back from this trip, it's completely re-inspired me and reinvigorated me to just take that extra step, make that extra effort, push that extra mile for our planet.
We have a lot ahead, Barney. I feel very strongly that it is your future, your plan, and I'm there in support of it. The last great exploration left on Earth is to survive on Earth.
Sometimes it takes these great adventures to show people doing things to the extreme, to make people realize that the small steps that they can make are very doable.
I'm very glad that we still have people like that within humanity who are able to be brave and push the envelope.
If these guys can use renewable energy in Antarctica, of course we can use renewable energy in our day-to-day life.
I think all levels of society it's a responsibility to help with climate change.
We, as millennials, if you will, we need to mobilize and we need to make our voices heard even more than we have.
We should want to choose the better alternative.
I think we all have opportunities in our daily lives to make our planet more livable, our society more just.
The way I see the planet looking like in the future depends entirely on the things that we decide to do today.
Don't give up. It's a battle worth fighting.